If it's meant to be, then it will, God willing. Sky's the limit, and I'm busting out the ceiling. Ay. Starting to get to the point where I don't catch feeling. Just counting these millions, ay. I need 100 a show. If you can't pay, it's a no. I would never sell my soul. That's the truth, Lord knows. All I need is good vibes, so I don't trust these hoes. I done lost my bros. That's just how the game goes. Came a long way, get it straight. They want the food on my plate. They don't want to see me strive, but want a piece of the cake. All I need is good vibes, and everything will be great. But they rather tell
What's going on? What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, ladies and old men and young men all over the world? Get ready for another episode of Unpopular Opinion. I'm your host, GRANxJEFE, like I am every single day of the week, 3 days a week. This week, we have jumped up to 5 days officially, so we will be on tomorrow as well. We're going to be previewing the Christmas Day games, all 5 of them. Most definitely got to get into that Golden State Laker game. I'm going to have a guest on tomorrow, so make sure you guys are tuned in to that. Before we get started, you can listen to this podcast on Apple iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, Stitcher, Breaker, iHeartRadio. Just search on Unpopular Opinion. However you listen to this podcast, welcome. Hopefully I'm entertaining and I don't bore you too much. But before we get started though, make sure you guys are following me on Instagram and Twitter at GRANxJEFE, GRANxJEFE, all one word. And also make sure you guys are following the Unpopular Opinion podcast on Facebook at Unpopular Opinion 2018, all one word. The Unpopular Opinion podcast is also on Twitter at Unpopular 2018 and on Instagram at Unpopular_Opinion 2018. Without further ado, I got a good show for you guys today. We got a full slate today. So let's just go ahead and get into this, man. What's going on with the AFC? You know, the AFC, the three, I guess, juggernauts, especially since Josh Gordon left the Patriots with his drug-related issue again. He's done. Chargers lose on Saturday to the Ravens. Chiefs lose last night to the Seahawks. And then the Steelers lose to the Saints. You know, the Steelers lost 31-28. Now, a lot of people, let's just get to this 4th and 2 play call first off. You know, that pass interference on Joe Hayden. I thought it was a good call. I said this about a week ago on Unpopular Opinion. I mean, on RTL Sports Talk, I believe it was. And I said, it's harder and harder to guard receivers now, especially when now there's so many formations and and now you have guys coming off the line of scrimmage. Old school football was you know, everybody was in the I formation, you know, 2 wide receivers, 2 tight ends maybe. Now you got all these formations. Guys are playing off the line of scrimmage, and when guys are playing off the line of scrimmage, by the time they get to you, they're already 3 yards deep. You know, there's no contact beyond 5 yards. So by the time he get to you, he's already 3 yards off the line of scrimmage. When you try to put hands on him, he's already fighting you now. He's already 5 to 7 yards now. If you look at the play, Joe Hayden, Michael Thomas was playing off the line of scrimmage. By the time Joe Hayden could make contact with him to try to jam at the line of scrimmage, and he tugged him. You could clearly see a jersey pull. Clearly was a jersey pull. And the referee's going to make that call every single time. You already know this. On 4th down, 4th and 2? Come on, man. You know they're going to make that call. Joe Hayden also got a call in the first quarter, pass interference on Alvin Kamara in the end zone, which I thought was also a good call. To me, that's like the basketball rule. You know, you got 2 guys fighting for position down low in the post, and you see it all the time. Once you extend that hand and you are not allowing the guy, or it appears to the referee that you are not allowing that guy to get up to his full potential, you're going to get called for it every time. and his hand was clearly in his back. You seen it. And the back judge is right there. You're going to get that call. Now, everybody's been talking about the Mike Tomlin decision to go for it on fourth down and, right or wrong. And I'm normally not a reactionary type person. I normally like to see calls for what it is during the game situation. But that was, to me, that was not a good call by Mike Tomlin. First off, you're on your own 42. So if you don't convert this, because you also have to weigh when you're going for it on fourth down, you also have to weigh the pros and cons of the situation. Not just, oh man, when we get this and all of that other stuff. No, it's what if we don't get it? Are we giving Drew Brees and his offense the ball at the 42-yard line? So it's 4th and 5, which is another, for me, red flag. 5 yards, and you're winning the game. At this point, they were winning the game. It was 28-24. You were winning. Just punt the ball. At least let them drive the field or do whatever. They couldn't have took all the time off the clock. Which is my thing for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Even if you did convert this, are you sure that you were going to milk the clock? So for me, I just think down in distance, time and score. Like none of that said that the Steelers were desperate. Defense had been playing pretty good. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, they had just blocked the punt and blocked a field goal. I just didn't understand the play calling by Tomlin. And then, they was played by 2 fumbles. Juju Smith-Schuster right at the end. Calvin Ridley fumbled. This team, I've said it all year long. I said it all year long about this team. And now they need Baltimore. They need my Cleveland Browns on the road, going to Baltimore. They need them to beat Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens. Now they need help. They need to win, and they need Cleveland to beat Baltimore. Or they need to win, and they need Indianapolis and Tennessee to tie. How crazy is that? When you should have been really controlling your own destiny. You should have ran away with this division. Cleveland Browns, Baker Mayfield, first year rookie quarterback, head coach get fired after 4 games or so. Cincinnati is whatever they are every single year, mediocre. Dalton go down. Green went down multiple times this year. They playing with Jeff Driscoll. The Baltimore Ravens, Joe Flacco plays 4 games or 5 games, gets hurt. Now Lamar Jackson, their rookie quarterback, that all he does is run. The Pittsburgh Steelers should have ran away with this division. They should have ran away with this division. And I tell you what, if my Cleveland Browns had got a few calls, went their way, the Raiders, we would be in contention for a wild card spot. The missed field goal in Pittsburgh week 1 or in Cleveland week 1 when we should have won that game. The missed extra point against the Saints week 2. We'll be having a different discussion right now, but I said it all year long. This team needs Le'Veon. If this team had Le'Veon, this wouldn't even be a discussion right now. See, and all them Pittsburgh fans, all the Pittsburgh fans, they talked about, oh, we don't need